everyone, welcome to the final video from this page from Wonderful Wildflowers by Johanna Basford. We're using the Staedtler Ergosoft pencils. We're going to do this final design. Now, as I said in video 1, which you may or may not, oh, I can hear the rain all over the window. As you may not have watched, I'm going to use blues for this one, but I'm going to start with number 1, which is the yellow we've used for all the flower centres. And I'm just going to go through and pop that in first. And then I can crack on with the rest. There we go. Now I'm going to grab the 50, I'm going to sharpen it a little bit. This is what I've been using for the background. There isn't a lot of background in here, but I'm going to put a little bit around the edge. Like this. In between and all around. Oh, we got quite a few gaps within the petals on that one. That's okay. I'm sort of sticking around the edge at the moment. How far out to go? Do you go out to the edges of all the leaves or just a little bit? I'm just winging it. I'm just doing it what feels right. There's a little bit in there. There's a bit in this centre of here. I think that's it. There isn't very much on that one. It's very faint. Okay. Blues. Well, we've used the 33 in our last one, so I'm going to start with the 3. Actually, we haven't got many. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flowers the same, this one and this one. Well, that works out quite well then. So I'm going to do this one here. I'm going to fade towards the tip. They're quite long petals, so we can fade quite nicely like that. If you don't want to fade, just block them in. They might even look better that way. I tend to fade because I find it easier. There we go. Yeah, I'd love to know what you're all thinking about the book, whether you've got one, whether you decided not to, what you like and dislike. What's your favourite picture? The little door was my favourite. I've coloured that though, but the one to the right of here, the heron or stork, not sure which it was. Not sure. I love that one, but I do love herons. I see them loads. I'm so lucky along the canal. So, although it's really muddy along there at the moment, so I was going to walk along there the other day, and I just like, no, ick, so muddy. I was like, no way. Right. This is the 63. This is also fairly dark, which is why quite far away, aren't we? There we go. Which is why I'm going to put it on this one and use a light one around here. I think it will just balance the picture better. So again, I'm going to just fade to the edge of the tip of the petal. There's a lot of lovely autumn leaves around though, and I'm sort of in two minds as to whether to just pop along the canal anyway. But there are lots anyway. Like even when I just look out my window, I can see them. I feel so lucky. There's a tree. Some of our neighbours slightly down the road, they have a cherry blossom tree and it's gone all lovely and orangey brown. It's beautiful. So that's a pleasure. Every time I look outside I can see that. So I'm very spoiled with that. I really appreciate it. I do love the autumn colour. And the other day drove to my parents, and actually we drove to another place this weekend, and to an appointment, and we had to go through these woods both times in the car, these woodlands, and they are just stunning, absolutely beautiful. And it sounds a bit odd that there's a road that passes through the woodland, but there is, and you just get trees either side of the street crossing over the top of the street like you're going through a tunnel. This is number 30, you can do all the rest. So it feels like you're driving through a tunnel of trees and beautiful. They're beech, so they're beautifully brown. It just was absolutely stunning. So that was lovely. So that was a pleasure. So yeah, we're very, very lucky where we live. Having so many lovely things to see. You know, if we lived in the middle of a big city, you know, if we were in a city, had a city, you know, lived in London or something, yes, there are parks, but I don't know if you get that sort of beauty. I can't imagine so, but I don't know. Haven't been to London that much. And when I did, I was like Oxford Street, pretty much it really. Now I went as a child, and we did. We watched the changing of the guards at Buckingham Palace, and something my children have never done. And we went to Horse Guards parade. We saw. We actually went into the barracks and saw the horses. You know, the Queen's horses that do the parades and things. So that was pretty cool. I don't remember it that much. I've also been, you know, done the whole shopping thing. Now, what colour? Well, we've used 5 and we used 57. Now I could go 38, which is a greeny blue. I think I'm going to have to, because my other choice is, or I could, yeah, because my other choice is the colour we're using for this. So yes, I have to go for this. This is 38. I don't use this very often. It's quite bluey. But I think it'll work with the blue. Might be a bit samey. You could mix it up a bit if you wanted to. But I did want to use different colours for each one. So, gosh, it really is very blue, isn't it? Oh, wow. I've committed now. Now, one way to get around this is to put some yellow on top. I'm still deciding whether I'm going to do that. I think I need to, because it just looks so much the same. So I'm thinking the lemonist yellow. I didn't say lemon yellow because there isn't one. That's why I said lemonist, meaning the one that's most similar to lemon. And I think that's probably number 10. So I'm going to try. You don't have to do this. If you want to keep it as is, you can. I mean, it's very, matches very nicely, but I feel it's too samey. So I'm going to put number 10 on top, and it will turn it slightly greener, hopefully, like some sort of magic trick. There we go. Can you see the difference? Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm preferring that. It does look a bit greener. This is where your colour wheel, colour mixing theory can come in quite useful. Now, when I was at school, we learnt all the colours and what makes what combined with what. You know, yellow and red make orange, yellow and blue make green. So there we go. That's better. Okay, I'm just going to grab this little one again, the 50. Just see, I think I saw a bit that I hadn't done there, that bit. Just making sure I've sort of done it all. It's really light. I don't know how much you can see. There we are. So that is the last one. Now, as I say, I'm going to go away and finish the whole page, but I've shown you everything you need to know for this one. So it's just more of the same, really. It's just remembering for me which colour I put in which space, but I shall remember. Oh, I can write it down, or I can even watch my own videos. Ugh, don't want to do that. Ugh, she natters on a lot, you know, she yaps and yaps. I suppose I could do it without the sound on. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Yes, they were quite short, but hopefully it's given you a start so you can get your teeth into this page, because I know sometimes they're daunting, these sorts of pages. Here's all 3 just so you can see them while I'm just yapping and finishing up. There they are. I think once it's done, I think it will look quite cute. Even though I say so myself. I'm looking forward to doing it now and finishing it off, which I probably do. Well, I was about to pick a different page, but maybe I'll finish this one. Yeah, maybe I will. Anyway, thank you so much. Hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, and happy colouring.